Welcome to Whispers of Light. Today, we are hitting a hard topic. Mind control through media. What if I told you that every choice you think you make, what you buy, what you believe, who you love, who you hate, may not be yours? That sounds like the plot of a movie, but it's not. It's reality. And the scary part is no one is immune. Even you. In today's episode, we look at how the media has mastered the art of mind control. Before we begin, please take some time to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so that you never miss an episode. Propaganda, generally speaking, refers to information that is used to influence people's opinions or behavior, often by using misleading or biased information. Propaganda has been around for centuries, but it wasn't until the First World War that governments started using it on a massive scale. Wartime posters urging people to buy war bonds or warning them of the evils of communism were among the earliest forms of propaganda. Governments soon realized the power of propaganda and started using it for other purposes too. In today's world, propaganda is everywhere. The news, TV shows, movies, magazines, newspapers, internet, music, websites, social media, all of it is filled with propaganda. But we've become so accustomed to it that we don't even notice it anymore. Let's start with the basics. What is the definition of propaganda and how to identify? Definition: the spreading of ideas, information, or rumor for the purpose of injuring an institution, a cause, or a person. Identifying propaganda is further explained. Well, it is not just about spreading information. It's about spreading information with a hidden agenda, a deliberate attempt to influence people's opinions or behavior. And this can be done in a variety of ways. One common method is the use of repetition. A good slogan is short, catchy, and easy to remember. It also has a positive message that people want to believe. This is why many politicians use aspirational language in their slogans. They talk about building a better future. It clearly offers hope. Hope is a powerful motivator. It can inspire people to take action. This is why politicians often use slogans that call for action. They might tell people to vote for them or to support their policies. The goal is to get people excited and motivated. Also, another way of mind control through media is music. That's a huge one that is overlooked and not talked about enough. The hidden messages, the hype, the control, the brainwashing. In other ways, music lyrics slither into everyone's brain, and what do? We listen to more and more because it's catchy or it sounds good with the windows down and wind blowing through your hair. What statement are you making with the music you listen to? Another method is the use of fear. Fear is another powerful motivator. It can cause people to take action to avoid negative consequences. This is why politicians often use fear-based rhetoric in their campaigns. They might talk about the dangers of communism or terrorism, or the importance of law and order. The goal is to scare people into voting against a particular candidate or party. The best way to get people to do what you want is to offer them something they want even more. And that's where reward comes in. When people are promised something they want, they are more likely to do what is asked of them. This is why politicians often use reward-based rhetoric in their campaigns. They might promise to lower taxes or increase wages or improve the economy. The goal is to entice people to vote for them. The best propaganda uses all three methods: repetition, fear, and reward. But the truth is, most propaganda is far more subtle than the examples we've given here. In fact, it's often hidden from view, which is why most people aren't even aware that they're being manipulated. This is what we call the illusion of freedom. It's the idea that we have free will, when in reality, everything we do is predetermined. This is a controversial topic, and there is no scientific consensus on it. However, there is a growing body of research that suggests that our decisions are influenced by factors outside of our control. For example, studies have shown that our environment and the people around us have a major impact on our decisions. We are also influenced by our emotions and our subconscious mind. This means that we are not always in control of our decisions. Sometimes our emotions or subconscious mind will make decisions for us without our conscious awareness. We like to think that we live in a free society, but the truth is we're all controlled by something much more powerful than we are: the media. The media has complete control over what we see, hear, and read. And they use this power to manipulate us in ways that we're not even aware of. Take advertising, for example. Every day we're bombarded with advertising messages, whether it's on TV, online, or in print. These ads are designed to influence our buying habits, but they also shape our beliefs and values. We start to associate certain products with certain lifestyles. We start to believe that we need these products to be happy. This is why advertising is so effective. It's not just about selling products, it's about controlling our minds. Then we come to music. Music is meant to be enjoyed, but it's also used as a tool to control our emotions. Think about the last time you heard your favorite song. How did it make you feel? Music has the ability to evoke strong emotions in us, and that's exactly what the media uses it for. They use music to manipulate us into feeling a certain way. Take, for example, the use of sad music in television shows. When you hear sad music, your brain releases chemicals such as cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals are associated with stress and anxiety. When you watch a sad scene in a movie or TV show, you feel stressed and anxious. This is exactly what the media wants you to do. They use sad music to evoke these emotions in you. This allows them to control how you feel when you watch their content. Let's discuss memes. Memes have become a popular way to share information and humor online, but they're also used as a tool to spread propaganda. Memes are often funny, which makes them more likely to be shared. This means that propaganda can be spread to a wider audience without people realizing it. For example, during the 2016 US presidential election, fake news stories were spread on social media sites using memes and other sources of delivery. These fake news stories were often humorous and satirical, but they contained false information. Despite this, they were shared widely online, which allowed propaganda to be spread to a wider audience. Movies have this crazy power to shape how we see the world, right? Messages in films are a big deal and super effective. Filmmakers use all kinds of tricks like crafting heroes and villains, twisting storylines, or adding drama to pull at our heartstrings. It's all about making us feel something for the characters and their journeys. Isn't it wild how a single scene can totally change our opinions? It's like magic, but really it's just smart storytelling. Defending yourself against media mind control starts with being aware of it, right? If you understand how propaganda works, you're way less likely to get taken in. Learning to spot the signs is key. Be critical of what you listen to. When you know about media bias, you won't just believe everything you read or hear. Always ask yourself, is this source trustworthy? Who's funding this info? Answering those questions can really help you figure out what's reliable. It's important to note that propaganda isn't always used for nefarious purposes. It can also be used to promote good causes. For example, public service announcements often use propaganda techniques to raise awareness of important issues. They may use fear to scare people into taking action, such as avoiding drunk driving, or they may use reward to incentivize people to behave in a certain way. Ultimately, it's up to each individual to decide what they believe and how they behave. Propaganda can influence our thoughts and actions, but it doesn't have the power to control us completely. This brings us back to the question we posed at the beginning of this episode. Do we have free will, or are we controlled by the media? Well, the answer is both yes and no. Yes, in the sense that we are ultimately responsible for our own thoughts and actions. But no, in the sense that the media has a powerful influence over us. We are constantly bombarded with propaganda, whether it's in the form of advertising, music, memes, or political messaging. The media has a lot of control over us, but it's up to each individual to decide how much control they're going to give it. We can choose to be aware of the propaganda we're exposed to, and we can choose to protect ourselves from its influence. It's not easy, but it's important if we want to maintain our freedom of thought. We now live in a world where everyone is trying to control us, from the government to the media to our peers. We're all subject to propaganda, but that doesn't mean we have to accept it. We can fight back by educating ourselves and our loved ones about propaganda, and by being more critical of the information we consume. Let's work together to create a world where no one can control our minds. Please take some time to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss an upload. There are 4 more parts to this topic. Don't miss any of them. Join us for more, and thank you for watching.